Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mike Chu, a physical therapist. Hey, we are here today at the
Trinity United Methodist.
Trinity Methodist Church. I am here at this church here, and they have this amazing program, and I reached out to Connie, and Miss Connie here is the director of the Respite Care Ministry, and of course we got the amazing pastor here, Pastor Emily. So before I keep on going, could you please tell us again who you are and what are you doing here in this church and in this Respite Care Ministry? Let's start with Miss Connie.
Okay. I'm the director. Pastor Emily was trying to, or wanted to start a program, a respite program, and she was looking for someone to take that job, and I had retired. Thought I was happy.
You don't look like you're
retired.
in retirement age, Miss Connie.
Well, 76. I
76?
started a new career.
You don't look like you're 76, right?
So I'm having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I'm happy, and I'm doing this because I want to, and I just love it. And that's when I got to be the director, is because she was needing someone to help her out with this.
Amen.
And I just stepped up to the plate. I said, I want to do it.
There
I went
you
to
go.
her office, and those were my words. I want to do it.
You know what? In the Bible, and I'm not sure, I'm sure you probably know it, the word retirement in the Bible is when you pass away. I mean, we don't retire, especially in ministry. So we just keep going and serving. So
Absolutely.
you've answered the call. Many are called, but few are chosen. You are the few chosen one, Miss Connie. So you keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, let's go to the actual pastor herself,
Yes.
right? Pastor Emily, could you please tell us who you are? What do you do here in this amazing church?
Oh, wow. Well, I am the pastor of Trinity United Methodist and also Bethesda United Methodist. So I pastor two congregations.
two,
I'm
gosh.
appointed to two congregations.
How do you do that in the same day?
Well, let me tell you, we have a 9:30 worship on Sundays at
Wow.
Bethesda, and then here at 11 on Sundays. We have Wednesday night Bible study at Bethesda. And
Wow.
did you know you can move Wednesday nights to Thursday? Because we move Wednesday night to Thursday night here at Trinity, and we have our Bible study on Thursday night. So they share. They really live out that sense of community and connection, where they share this time with their pastor, and they really are a loving, giving community, both of them, and combined they love to work together. And that's one of my favorite things, I think, about this respite ministry. And I will say, REST, it's an acronym.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Well,
Yeah.
before we go to the rest, so 2 churches,
Yes.
and then 2 services,
Yes.
and then you move Wednesday to Thursday.
So we could do
Bible
Bible
study.
study, yeah, both nights.
Hey, you know what they say? There's a will, there's a way, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we praise and worship God all the time. So tell me again, what is the meaning? I'm running out of English. If I run out of English, I'm not speaking in tongues, okay? I'm just running out of English. So what is the meaning of the REST?
So that stands for renewal, engagement, support, and trust. And we seriously hope to bring that to our friends and their caregivers, to volunteers in the community. That sense of renewal, that sense of engagement. Just in the short time that we've been doing this, it hasn't been a year yet. We wanted to try and do more research and figure out really how can we help our community. We're a retirement community.
I know.
And so we have a lot of folks over age 65. And when we started digging,
Why are you looking at me when you say 65?
over 65, not us. What? Not us. Not it.
Not
right?
it. No.
Not it.
Oh, we'll be there too, Miss Connie. Don't worry.
Yeah, what a joy it is, right, to actually get to live into that retirement phase from work and get to really answer that call the way that you've done. But I think I had this, I want to just say this stirring that maybe this was really something that our community needed. My grandfather on my dad's side was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. My grandfather on my mom's side, he also suffered from memory loss because he had a stroke. And so I was familiar with people that have that and have been diagnosed with that, and that really it's not just their diagnosis, but it's a family diagnosis.
Yeah.
It impacts the whole family. And with this being a retirement community, it really seemed like there were several people that might need this. And so I think that is one of the great things, is that we have so many different churches coming together and people in the community volunteering to put this together, because it is for all of us.
That's true.
And Trinity is the host church. So we do that, but we, that respite care ministry part, respite is just a fancy word for time away.
Yep.
And we all need time away.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter how much you love someone, it doesn't matter how excited you are to be with them. At some point you need some time away.
That's true. We're the caregivers, right?
Right. And so we kind of look at this. We've partnered with a national organization called Respite for All.
Yeah, I reached out to them already.
Yes, and they're amazing, and they were helpful in providing us some groundwork and foundational training for our volunteers. But that respite, that time away, it's not just for the caregiver, but that's what we kind of assumed, and that was a huge part of it. But it's also time away from the caregiver for the friend who's been diagnosed.
Yeah, that's good.
Because
so you call them friends now, huh?
We call them
there
friends.
You go.
They're
there you
our
go.
friends. And the truth is, Michael, if you came in the door to our respite ministry and you walked around the room, we all look the same. We're all doing the same. We all have the same name tag. And
really, you have the same name tag, huh?
Same name tag. You don't know the friend from the volunteer. You'd have to spend some time with us to start to wonder. But I like that, because we want everybody to have their dignity. Like it's not a daycare. We don't administer meds. We don't do those medical things. There are other places that do that. We come because it's a fun day.
I see all the pictures and everything. You're playing the tennis or whatever you call that there.
That's
Pickleball.
Yes, it's our chair volleyball with
Chair
balloons.
volleyball and balloons. Huh?
That
And
is
fly swatters.
That's one of their
Fly
favorite
And
things.
tomorrow is hamburger month. We're
I hope they're not
hamburger.
throwing hamburgers.
No, we are using yellow and red balloons for the mustard and ketchup.
Oh.
And our fly swatters are going to be the spatulas.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe brown balloons for the actual burger.
We love to work in some creativity. We love to kind of get the juices flowing. We want them to be engaged. That is one of the critical parts of this ministry. The more I looked into the Alzheimer's or dementia diagnosis, and dementia is really the big umbrella.
Yeah.
But Alzheimer's is maybe the primary diagnosis under that umbrella.
That's true. That's true.
So, but the more I looked into that, the more I realized that it is a very natural thing for friends and their families, once they're diagnosed, to sort of withdraw. And they pull back and they isolate, and the more they withdraw, the studies show that with withdrawal, that it accelerates that memory loss.
That's true, yeah.
So if we can engage people, we can, I think the studies show and support that it slows down the memory loss. And we want that for them. We want them to have as much quality. We want them to have that dignity. That's why we're all doing the same thing. Like if we're doing art, we're all doing the same art. If we're playing a game, we're all doing the same game. And let me just tell you, I don't care if you can remember what you had for lunch yesterday or not. There is something in us that we all have this competitive streak for the most part. And when we put them on both sides of that net,
they're fighting for their lives,
they
right?
are. Listen, everybody's supposed to stay in their chair. But that does not work very well
You
for
see them-
friends or volunteers.
There
They
you
are
go.
they are standing at the net trying to, with their fly swatters trying
You
to
got
keep
to
those
push
balloons.
them to their next level, right?
Right. And
we had one friend that came in the first day she came, and her son and her daughter helped her walk across the parking lot. And after she got in here that afternoon, we went to the volleyball net to play or chair volleyball. And she was up running up and down the net. And we thought, we can't believe this woman. This is not the same woman that came
There
in
you
here.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
she just had so much fun.
Community,
And she- Her family was just amazed
There
at
you go.
the change. And,
This
well,
is very
you can
important,
see
yeah.
a light. You can see a light when people get to be in connection and relationship. Like we were created for relationship.
Yeah, we can't be isolating ourselves.
No, and so this gives them the opportunity to have a safe place with people that genuinely care and are invested, and also want to come and just be in this with them. Like, let's just go have fun together. One of our friends called this his fun day.
One day. There you
And
go.
we've kind of just stolen his words. So that's what I call it. Thursdays from 10 to 2, that's my fun day.
One day. Amazing.
And, you know, adults, we forget how to play.
You know, yeah, the only reason why we get older is we stop playing.
I think that is accurate. And so we're bringing it back. Thursdays from 10 to 2 right here, our respite ministry, we're bringing back fun. Legal fun.
I think I need to move my visits here in Paris.
You come
Thursday, right?
and play with us.
Well,
It's
anyway.
going to be fun.
You mentioned about, you know, you mentioned about having this inkling in your heart.
Yeah.
That's also the reason why we actually opened up our Rehab physical therapy. I used to work in a nursing home, and I always tell myself, I want to provide more, be more, and do more for the seniors. My parents has passed away. My mom and dad have passed away, but there's this something in me that, you know, I like old people. You know, first, I can't be a therapist for sports because I'm not a sports person. I'm not a physically fit guy, right? As you can see, right? But if I do therapy with, you know, seniors, geriatrics, I feel like I can connect more. And then they think I'm not Asian. They look at me as like I'm American too, you know?
Right,
So they got dementia, by the way. But that's the reason why we open up our Rehab and we provide one-on-one therapy. Not all therapy clinics are like that. We do one-on-one physical therapy with them. Our therapists are really one-on-one. And then all our patients, I would say 99.9% of the time, they want to come back and do therapy at our clinic because it's really a one-on-one therapy. And whatever you're doing here is really a ministry. Our clinic, we call it a ministry, a business ministry.
Yes.
We're not only making money, you know, we don't make a lot of money, but you know, it's Medicare and Medicaid, but it's really a ministry that we provide and take care of the seniors. So whatever you guys are doing here are really, really amazing. It will change people's lives, not just only the actual friends, but also the caregivers. Why? We call it care partners or whatever. Because caregiver burnout is real.
Yes.
If you are here in Paris, Tennessee, or in Henry County, right? They need to be in Henry County, right? If you are burned out in taking care of your loved ones, if they have diagnosis of dementia, whether it's stage 1 to 10, right? Stage 6, by the way. You know, reach out to them. Talk to Connie, talk to Pastor Emily here. Reach out. Hey, how much do I have to pay? Is there anything I can do, I need to do? Or if you need volunteer hours, you know, you have volunteers too. So tell me more about the time here. You know, do you do this once a week or twice a week? We have plans of increasing the frequency and the time frame. And then where can they find you?
We do offer a ministry one day a week, and that's on Thursday from 10 to 2. And we would love to grow enough that we have to open it up for another day during the week. So, but right now, we're just one day a week from 10 to 2. And they can call the church. We have applications for volunteers as well as participants. And we'll be glad to give you an application to fill out. The first day, we ask the family to come with their friend and see what the program is about. See if you think that it's a good fit for your loved one. And I think they enjoy it as much as their friends do, the family will. And then they have some idea when the friend gets home what we've done during the day. So we invite them to come to that. The first day we do not charge. After that, it's $30 a day for 4 hours.
$30 a day for 40 hours.
Yeah.
And we bill once a month and the end of the month. And if you don't come, you don't pay. So if you're here, well, then that's when we send you a bill for $30 for
There
that
you
month.
go. You got scholarships too for
We
some
do.
of our friends?
We
There
do
you
offer
go.
scholarships, yes. We do not want anybody that needs our ministry not to be able to come. If they need us, we want them here regardless.
Yeah.
It may be a discounted rate, it may
Yep.
be on a scholarship, but if they need us, we want them here.
Well, let me know if you need help with any of the clients. How about food? Is that $30 included in that?
It is included.
Beat that! We just ate at the. Our camera guy ate at $20. You know,
Yes.
Trollinger, you know, but
Yes.
still, shout out to Trollinger, right? But yeah, like that. You've got 10. How many hours is that?
4
hours?
hours.
For $30, you got lunch, you got friends hang out with you, you got to exercise, you get to have therapy.
And we're serving breakfast.
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
you come for breakfast. And
Tell me
then
where you're feeding. I think I'll just go here. I was like, okay, Miss Connie, I'm on my way.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's my fun day. It really is.
$30.
We had a call today, and there's 4 extra people coming tomorrow to visit with us. And so that's what I was in the kitchen doing, checking our inventory for our food for tomorrow. Do we have enough, or do we need to
I'm
add
just
a little
going to tell
more?
my therapist, hey, go to the church. Let's grab food there. So
We have a meal. We have a vegetable usually, and a couple of vegetables and meat, or a casserole and a salad, and always
me
have
hungry
dessert.
again, Miss Connie. How
Always
about
fun.
for the companions? Do they have to pay too, or do they have to fee?
No, the volunteers, the companions, the volunteers, pay $5 for the lunch.
$5. Can't beat
$5.
that.
Yeah, $5.
You can even get
can't-
$5 at
You
McDonald's,
can't go to
right?
McDonald's for $5.
Yeah, well,
no.
maybe a Happy Meal with tax, So
And
Yeah,
it's,
but you don't get full.
I know, right? It's like-
So, but yes, we have a $5 deal here. so-
$5 deal, right?
That's right. You come and you volunteer and you pay for lunch, but
Look
it's
at
only
that.
$5.
Uh-huh.
well, that's
wow.
our volunteers have such a heart though for the people,
they do.
and they're obviously having a great time. They keep showing up. Week after week, if you want to volunteer and you wanted to sign up to come one day a month or one day a quarter, like we're okay with that. You volunteer what you have to give. And we thought, we obviously got a lot of volunteers in comparison to, the number of friends that we have. We
But
have
still,
a lot of
it's
volunteers.
probably more than one on one,
Right, it is, and we try to
2 to 3
put several at a table.
Wow.
So, but they got the 4-hour training to do this. Then they come for 4 hours every week, and they pay the $5.
Wow.
I'm just saying, like they love this, and it's great to see them show up week after week. Like nobody's opted for the once a quarter schedule.
There you go.
They just show up.
They just all
Who
Week
wouldn't
after
want
week.
to, right?
Yeah.
So
I know.
it's you're helping out people at the same time. There's something about volunteering, that you're giving. You're not actually giving. You're actually getting something from it. Every time I teach a class, I teach the dementia class, by the way.
Oh.
When I teach a class, people think, "Oh, you're giving something, Dr. Mike." No, I'm learning from the people, and I'm getting feedback from them, and that's how you get better, learning feedback from other people. I have another question, but I totally forgot.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right place. Stage 1.
We'll sign you up.
You're in the
Stage 1,
right
right?
place.
Stage 1.
You're in good company.
All right. Where can they find you? What's the address? Yeah, that's the question there, right? Where's the address? We got the time every Thursday, 10 to 2.
So
do you
we're-
have a website or a Facebook page?
We
or-
do have an email,
An
which
email,
is how
okay.
people have been reaching out
There you
to
go.
us. And so that email, and you've got that there, is rest, R-E-S-T, dot respiteministry@gmail.com.
We'll put that on the show notes later. So.
Okay,
And then, of course, the
perfect.
number?
And the number then is the 731-333-3901.
All right. Well,
And that
yeah.
rings to my cell phone, and I will answer it 24 hours a day.
I will keep calling you then.
You do.
You know how to find Miss Connie.
That's right.
All right. Any
so-
last parting wisdom for our friends out there who needs this service, who wants to volunteer, and of course for the community?
Right. Well, when my father had dementia, probably 15 years ago, And my mother and I were looking for something to get him out of the house, to do like what we're doing for our friends. We took him to a place that was recommended to us, and when we got there, all the friends were just sitting looking out windows, and we just said, no, that's not what we want. So I wish that this had been available for my father.
I was going to tell you that, because not all adult daycares and assisted living and retirement home has this fun and enjoyable setting. You know, I go to different nursing homes aside from me running our clinics. I still go there. We still go to the hospital, and I see it. You know, if that facility is sad, you know, not just the smell, not just the seeing, you can feel it. If you already smell that the place doesn't smell good, it's bad already.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying because of the environment, but you know, when I got here, it smells good. I smell Pastor Emily, right? You know, some holy water. Just kidding. Smell some banana there. And in our clinic, we specifically have those plug-ins, and then patient come in, oh, it smells so good. You know, so that's very important. And then of course the aesthetic, you know, the way it looks and everything like that. Of course, some facilities they don't have budget, you know, but still, that is very, very important. Thank you for pointing that out. So. How about you, Pastor Emily?
Well, I thought maybe I'll just quickly say sort of a typical day. Because that way, if somebody's interested, maybe they'll know what that looks like. But as we get here, they kind of have their snack. We call everybody to attention. We
the
sort
schedule,
of,
huh?
Yeah, and it could change. We're flexible, but for the most part, we keep it in this rhythm. And so after they arrive, we gather and do some kind of brain fitness. We kind of get the juices flowing. They love the trivia. It's usually related to whatever the theme of the week is. So every week there's some kind of theme, like hamburgers. So there'll be some hamburger trivia tomorrow. Yep, on the tables we have little puzzles that they'll start doing while they're eating breakfast with one another.
I just wish our Jackson clinic is pretty close, because in our Jackson clinic we do a lot of the virtual reality.
Oh, neat.
You know, I bought that specifically for seniors, and we would take them to you know, to different facilities like this, and then we would take them using the virtual reality. Okay, let's go to Spain. Let's go skydiving. Let's go go to the zoo. And I wish maybe one day a month, you know, I'll have them come here and do that for you guys.
That'd be good.
And I can come in and speak to the caregivers too. So.
Oh, that'd be great.
Sorry for cutting you.
No, that's okay. And so we just move over to music. We usually have somebody in the community that volunteers to come in and lead music.
Wow.
There are times if we have a blank spot, we've done karaoke. I'm not saying it's pretty, but it's fun.
Hey.
And so, you know, those who can't make a joyful noise, we make a happy racket.
There you go.
We do what we can. Then we have movement. We have chair exercise. So some kind of activity like that. Then we feed everybody, because we have burned so many calories in our chair exercise. We have lunch, and then we move to games, and then we usually do some kind of art. And after that, we close the. It can vary. That last 30 minutes might be somebody coming in to speak and share information. It could be we try once a month to engage them in some kind of ministry, so they get to give back to their community.
Amen.
Because you know what, God's not done with them yet, right? There's still stuff that they have to offer, and so they love to do that. And then sometimes we have a lady from First Methodist. She'll come in and do a godly play with them. So we have a great time, and then their caregivers are usually coming in about that time to get them. We've had them just keep on wanting to be here, and that's great. So we're always excited that when they're engaged and having a good time.
Cool. All right. Well, again, thank you very much, Pastor Emily. Thank you very much, Miss Connie, for answering the call. But before I let you go, always remember the word FAST. F-A-S-T. Letter F. Find people that will bring out the best in you, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Today, I hang out with Pastor Emily and Miss Connie. I feel like I want to be here and rest, right? So make sure you find those people. Find those people that will bring out your family members the best, okay? So next letter is letter A, take action. All this stuff that we're doing is not going to do me good. It's not even going to do them good if you don't take action. Take action. Go to their email. You know, email them, rest.respiteministry@gmail.com, or call them, 731-333-3901. You know, call Miss Connie there. You know, make sure you give your Social Security, bank account, and everything, right? Just kidding. All right, so take action. Next letter is letter S. Share and subscribe. The more shares, the better for their website. They're going to have their YouTube and their Facebook channel soon. And then last but not least is letter T is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, that's what they're doing here. They're teaching people how to do it amazing. You actually understand them more. Again, thank you very much. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Jerry Hab Show. Thank you.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.